Welcome back. In today's lesson, we're going to learn how to say that you want something, specifically how to say that you want to do something. So we're going to be learning our first grammar form that we can attach to verbs. And the way to do that is you take a verb stem, you attach 고, and then you attach 싶다 and conjugate it. And we'll be talking about all of this in today's lesson. First of all, what is a verb stem? Well, if you remember that a verb will end with 다, to get the verb stem, all you do is you remove the 다 at the end. 가다, to go. The verb stem would just become 가. 먹다, to eat. It would just become 먹. 보다, meaning to see or to watch, would just become 보. And something else that I should say, always start with the original verb when you want to get the verb stem. Do not start with something that's already been conjugated. For example, if you were to start with 좋아해요, like, and try to get the verb stem to be 좋아해, that would be completely wrong and your grammar will be wrong. So you need to start with the original verb, which in that case would be 좋아하다. Just something to keep in mind. So now let's look at that grammar form one more time. You take a verb stem, you attach 고, and then you'll take the verb 싶다 and conjugate that. So let's look at a few examples. To go, 가다, would become 가고 싶다, meaning to want to go. 먹다, to eat, would become 먹고 싶다, meaning to want to eat. And finally, 보다, meaning to see or to watch, would become 보고 싶다, meaning want to see or to want to watch. That's not all you have to do. 싶다 by itself is also a verb, and we're going to need to conjugate that in order to use it in a sentence. Now, we're not going to talk about exactly how to conjugate it here, but I will tell you a common conjugation for 싶다 is 싶어요. 싶어요. So, to go, 가다 could become 가고 싶어요. Want to go. 먹다 would become 먹고 싶어요. And 보다 would become 보고 싶어요. So let's take a look at an example conversation between two people, 철수 and 영희, and they're talking about what they want to do. 저는 TV를 보고 싶어요. I want to watch TV. 저는 나가고 싶어요. I want to go out. Note that TV means television, and 나가다 is the verb that means to go outside. Notice here again that TV has the object marker on it. This shows that TV is the object or what is being affected by the verb that comes after. In this case, 보다, to see. So you are watching what? The object of what you are watching is the TV. TV를 보고 싶어요. I want to watch TV. Now again, we will be going into the object marker in much more detail in a future lesson. To say that you want something, however, not that you want to do something, but you just want something, you'll need to use a different form. And to do that, you'll use the verb 가지다, and you can use it with the same form that we had previously, 고 싶다, and you get 가지고 싶다. 가지다 means to have or to carry with you. So saying 가지고 싶다 literally means that you want to have something. That something will be the object that you want to have. So we're going to mark it with the object marker, which is 을 after a consonant or 를 after a vowel. So you'll first say what it is you want, which is the noun, followed by the object marker, and then 가지고 싶다, and then you'll conjugate 싶다. Note that this uses different grammar from saying that you want to do something. This is only the way to say that you want to have something. Literally, 가지다 means to have. So make sure to keep them separate. So let's do another short conversation practice between 지민 and 만기. 지민 says, 저는 영화, movie, 보고 싶어요. I want to see a movie. To which 만기 replies, 네, yes. 저는 popcorn을 먹고 싶어요. 저는 팝콘을 먹고 싶어요. I want to eat popcorn. The next conversation would be 저는 팝콘을 가지고 싶어요. Here, 가지다, to have. I want to have popcorn. Not that he's saying he wants to eat it, but that he's saying he wants to have it. To which 만기 would reply, 저는 핫도그를 가지고 싶어요. I want to have a hot dog, hot dog. 저는 핫도그를 가지고 싶어요. So before we finish, I do have a few notes I wanted to cover. First, you might also find the verb 원하다 used in these same situations. 원하다 literally means to want something. For example, you might see these two sentences. TV를 가지고 싶어요. Or TV를 원해요. They both mean I want a TV. The first one means 가지고 싶어요. I want to have a TV. And the second one means 원해요. Just I want a TV. Now, 원하다 is not commonly used to say that you want anything. In fact, it's quite a direct, strong way of saying that you want something. It's used in some songs, but it's not the way that people will speak to say that they want something. Another note is that 가지다 is often shortened to just 갖다. It's pretty much the same spelling, just without the E vowel. 갖다, 가지다, 갖다. The same thing. So because of that, you'll also see this construction. 갖고 싶다, 갖고 싶다. So if you wanted to say, I want a TV, you could either say, TV를 가지고 싶어요, or TV를 갖고 싶어요. And both have the same meaning. Also note that the 고 싶다 form by itself like this can only be used when you want to say, I want something, or you want something, or ask questions about that. It cannot be used to say he or she or another person not here wants something. Again, it's only used to say I want something or you want something, not he or she or other people. We'll talk about how you can say that in a much later lesson. So in this lesson, we learned how to say I want to do something and also I want to have something or just I want something. So practice what we've learned today and I will see you in the next lesson. 그럼 다음에 또 봐.